Hey everybody, a Retro Geek Dad here, back with another toy review. This time we are looking at the Wave 7 Masters of the Universe Origins. This wave features Jitsu, Buzz Off, Sorceress, and Stratos based on the mini comic version. We're going to take a quick look at each one of them, open them up, and do a quick review. Okay, you're probably noticing that my video is a little different. I got a new camera, a GoPro Hero 9, so hopefully I know the audio's a little bit better. Hopefully the video is just as good. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at Buzz Off first. We have Buzz Off. He is the heroic spy in the sky. And he's got his helmet and his axe is back there. The mini comic is Challenge of Jitsu, and here on the back we have the nice bit of artwork, and we have Skeletor and his minions right here. We have the where the wings can open up and spread, twists and turns, battle positions. We also have the rest of Wave 7 here, including the Humana and Skeletor with the vintage style heads and the full power swords. The legal stuff here is the UPC code. So we're going to go ahead and open Buzz Off up. I had originally had pre-ordered these through Big Bad Toy Store a few months ago, and I had noticed that my local Target had the whole wave basically, so I went ahead and picked them up from the Target and canceled the Big Bad Toy Store order. I did notice that my Target had a lot of these, several full wave sets, so these are showing up in the stores more and more. Go ahead and take out his weapon and pull him out. Now his wings are cut through the back plastic here. There's those little rubber bands. Pull that off his arm, and he's got not the rubber bands, but the little strings at his feet. Pull those off real quick. Set that to the side. Pull these off. Okay, so he is. Okay, and the mini comic is Challenge of Jitsu. Do a little quick flip through it. Now this is going to be the mini comic that comes with all of the Wave 7 figures. And we have the little instructions that detail how to take them apart, which parts are removable. And we have his axe. There is his axe. And here is Buzz Off, and his helmet is removable. His little antennas go through it. So when you put it on, you just have to kind of line those up. It's not too bad. But if you notice his hands, he doesn't have any, he's got the insect hands, the claw hands. So when he holds his weapon, it kind of has to kind of do something like that. Now there is kind of a little notch further in on the inside of his hand. Hoping that's coming through. That actually holds as a weapon. So there is his weapon, and then his wings. His wings are movable, so they can open up. It does have like the little electronic, little circuitry thing on there, so they do open. It does look like, yeah, they are removable, like the vintage style was. You just have to line it up. So they line up and slide on there. Okay. And articulation is the same as, the Origins figures. Ball joints, elbows, the wrists do turn. Waist, legs, knees, ankles. As far as the parts that come off, and his head turns too. So his head does come off, arms come off, and the waist comes off, and then the boots come off. The boots are kind of hard to get off, but they do come off. So there is that. Stick them back together real quick. Pop that in. Put his head back on and his helmet. The face isn't too bad, it's pretty good. I like the detail for the antennas. So that's pretty good. I'll pop his helmet back on. Let's see, I put the helmet on, but I didn't line it up, so I kind of bent it a little bit. So you just gotta kind of be careful with that. But there is Buzz Off. So we were gonna set him to the side, and we'll go ahead and take a look at Jitsu and check him out. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at Jitsu. So here we have Jitsu, the evil master of martial arts. Of course, his comic is the Challenge of Jitsu. And behind him, he has his orange katana sword. On the back, we have Jitsu against He-Man. Skeletor's over here. A cool little background with the like tiki face or some kind of deity face right there. And we have where you can put the sword in his hand, twist into powerful positions. Rest of Wave 7. Legal, here's the UPC code. And we'll go ahead and open up Jitsu. So now we have Fisto and Jitsu. I've got both of them. So there is his mini comic. It's the same as the one from Buzz Off earlier. And here is his piece of paper. Shows all the removable parts. There's that. We have his sword. And he's got just the single rubber band on his arms. So here is Jitsu. We'll take a look at him real quick before the weapon. So he does have his gold karate chop arm. And his armor, like the rest of the Origins figures, it's the soft plastic. I'll just pop, we can pop his head off. Take the armor off real quick. And it's just the flexible plastic armor, which is, in my opinion, an improvement on the vintage, the hard shell plastic. A lot of them, they break and stuff over time, but I like the, the soft plastic. Some of the details on the back. Go ahead and we'll put that back on. And I know that we have Stridor, the robot horse. We do have him coming soon, so hopefully we will get, is it Night Strider? Stridor? The evil robot horse. His name escapes me at the moment, but hopefully we'll get him soon as well, because I know that Fisto is notorious for being the one to pilot Stridor. We'll check out his weapon. Let's see, it's got like a orange katana. and because of his karate chop in hand, it's going to have to fit in his other hand. So there is jitsu. Pretty cool. Now the original jitsu, the vintage toy, he had like a spring arm, so you could raise his arm and it'd spring back down. This one does not, but I believe the hand, let me make sure real quick. Yeah, so I don't think the hand itself comes off, but I know the arm does. I think we had the same issue with Fisto, so the arm does come off. I don't think, yeah, I don't think this is removable very easily, but there is jitsu. So I want to save the Sorceress for last, so we'll go ahead and we'll look at Stratos real quick. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at Stratos. So this is the Stratos that's based on the mini comic version, kind of like the bikini Stratos or whatever you want to call it, but Winged Warrior, and he comes with the same mini comic. And on the back we have Stratos and He-Man kind of fighting this evil merman monster. Now there is, that's probably not coming across at all, but there looks like some kind of wording, maybe the artist's signature right here on the bottom. Can't really make it out, or maybe it's an Easter egg, I'm not sure. But moving on, we have where his wings clip on his arms and twist into powerful battle positions. The rest of the lineup, UPC code. So we'll go ahead and we'll open Stratos up. So as I was saying earlier, this is based on the mini comic Stratos, and less of the vintage toy Stratos. The same mini comic. Rest of Wave 7. Here is his instructions on removable parts. And he's got his wings. And he's got the one rubber band here, and he's got those little strap plastic pieces. Pull his arm out. Legs. Get the rubber band off of it. Okay, so here is Stratos. So he has the same articulation. Of course, he uses like the Beastman body. He's got his little rocket pack on the back, and same articulation as the others. And take a look at his wings. Now these are the only accessories that he comes with, and these just kind of clip onto his side. So I think the wing goes, yeah, the little wing here points down, I believe. Double check. Oh no, the wing points up, so it's like this. There we go. Yeah, so it goes up on his arm like that. So that clips there. Now I've noticed, kind of looks like he's wearing a gloved hand. Not sure if that's coming across at all, but it's kind of neat. So here is Stratos with his wings. So it's really cool. We're getting like a mini comic version of Stratos. It's really kind of cool. And he doesn't come with any weapons, just his wings. That's really cool. Pretty cool. Alright, so last but not least, we have the Sorceress. And I saved the Sorceress for last because the Sorceress was kind of my He-Man crush when I was little. So she's kind of one of my favorite characters, but we're going to clear off the table, get everything out of the way, and then we're going to go over her and check her out. Okay, so we're going to take a quick look at the Sorceress. She is the heroic guardian of Castle Grayskull, and she comes with the same mini comic. She has her staff in the back. And then on the back package, we have this really nice art piece. Sorceress, kind of, seeing the visions. He-Man, and then, the bad guys looks like Hordak, and most of the horde here are attacking Castle Grayskull. Her wings do open, and she's got her staff twist and turn into powerful positions. The rest of the wave, legal stuff, and there is the UPC code. Let's go ahead and open her. So yeah, when I was younger and I used to watch the cartoon, the Sorceress, she was kind of my childhood crush, I guess you could say, as far as the He-Man figures and the Masters of the Universe, lore and everything was. But yeah, that was a long time ago. Okay, so the mini comic is the the challenge of jitsu, and then her little instructions here shows all the removable parts and pieces. So we'll go ahead and take her staff off, and then she's got this piece of tape there, and then she's got the one rubber band here. I don't see any at the feet, but her wings do come through the plastic here, so we'll go ahead and pull that off. It is kind of a pain to get her out just because of the wings are through the packaging. Here is the Sorceress, and her wings do open, and they can fold down. This is as far as they close there, and then open. There's the Sorceress. And her staff there's her staff. It can go into either hand, so both hands are open. So she can hold it with one hand, or if she wants to hold it with two hands, or have it in both hands. Her hands are a little small, but it will fit in there, so she could have it with both hands. There we go. So that's pretty good. And then articulation. She does have the ball joints, the elbows, the wrists. There are rockers in the wrists, so they can go back and forth. There's movement in the torso, and the legs, and then the knees. Now these are the new knees that cover the joint. They try to cover the joint up. I know there were some early sorceresses that did have the old style knees, but this one does have the new knee. The ankles, and like I said, the knees. And as far as the parts that are removable, just want to make sure. So the head, articulation for the head, it is limited because of where the hair drapes over the, or the cowl drapes over the wings here. So there's a limitation. But the head does pop off, and the arms. Oh, that was a tough one. There we go. That was a tough one. Just want to check, make sure it didn't break. And then the waist comes off, and then the boots of course come off, but they're really hard to get off, and you don't want to risk pulling it and pulling the ankle, but they do come off, or they're supposed to come off. But The ankles do, you know, the boots do come off if you want to change the boots out. But my opinion on this figure is you don't really want to change out the pieces. They're really tough to get out. And we'll go ahead and pop everything back on. And I even noticed when I took the head off, it was a little difficult. But there is the Sorceress. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that is Wave 7. So I'll do a quick little lineup. I'm gonna do another jump cut real quick. I want to do a comparison to the Temple of Darkness Sorceress that came with Castle Grayskull, and do a comparison, you know, side by side with Fisto and Jitsu. Check those out. So stay tuned for just a second, and I'll do that real quick. Okay, so we got our Sorceress and our Fisto. I just wanted to kind of do a quick comparison real quick. So we've got, you know, Fisto and Jitsu. Go ahead and put his hand in real quick, or his sword in his hand. So there are the two, them two. My light just went out. So there are these two. So they got their hands. So that's pretty cool. So we've got the two of them together. And then with the Sorceress, I just wanted to do a side-by-side with the Temple of Darkness. And of course the staffs are the same. There's no difference in those. But we have the regular Sorceress and then the Temple of Darkness Sorceress. She came with the Castle Grayskull playset. They're basically the same. I noticed that the Temple of Darkness has this texture, the feather texture, and the regular Sorceress does, but it's hard to tell with the paint on it. So it's the same bodies and the, you know, the same legs and everything. Of course, the Temple of Darkness has the older knees that, you know, don't really cover the joint very well, but the Sorceress has the new knees, and of course the wings. Temple of Darkness has the clear wings, and you know the Wave 7 has the traditional orange and blue wings. But it looks to be the same, you know, the same headpiece, same molding. Of course, the skin tone's a little lighter on the Temple of Darkness. It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the Wave 7 review. I know that it was on my new camera, so hopefully it looks good. I won't be able to tell until I get ready to, you know, edit the videos. But yeah, hopefully they look pretty good, and I hope the video or the audio sounds good. But hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll catch you again next time.